All right, so when you think of a predator, what comes to mind? Probably something fast, right? With big teeth, sharp claws. But what if I told you a predator could be beautiful, covered in what looks like glistening jewels, and hunts in super, super slow motion? Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today with the sundew. It's a carnivorous plant that's going to completely flip your idea of what a hunter is. And you know, this isn't some brand new discovery. We're talking way back in 1875. Charles Darwin himself was absolutely fascinated by these things. He called the leaf an outer stomach. I mean, how cool is that? It just perfectly captures this bizarre, incredible process we're about to break down. It really shows you just how long these amazing plants have been challenging what we think we know about the plant kingdom. Okay, so how does this whole hunt even kick off? Well, it all starts with a lure that's as gorgeous as it is deadly. It's this irresistible invitation that's really a super sophisticated chemical trap. Yeah, imagine you're a thirsty little insect. You see these droplets on the sundew's tentacles, and they look just like a refreshing drink of morning dew. But the second you touch down, you realize the terrible truth. This isn't water, not even close. It's one of nature's most effective superglues. The science behind this stuff is just wild. This mucilage, this goo, it's a really complex acidic hydrogel, and it's basically a multi-tool. It glistens to catch an insect's eye, it's got sweet nectars to lure them in by smell, and it even has key ions like calcium, which, as we'll see in a minute, are absolutely crucial for signaling. And that acidic nature, it starts breaking down the prey before the plant has even moved a muscle. And here's the really cruel twist of the whole thing. The insect's own survival instinct is what dooms it. Every frantic move it makes to try and get away just gets it more and more tangled. And, critically, all that struggling sends a very specific signal to the plant, basically screaming, "Hey, dinner's here!" All right, the struggle is real, the trap is set. But this is where the real hidden action begins. We're moving from the sticky physical trap to the plant's internal, totally silent command and control system. So that's the million-dollar question, right? How does a plant with no brain, no nerves, no nothing, how does it even know it's caught something? The answer is just surprisingly complex and honestly really elegant. See, the sundew doesn't just rely on one thing. It has this sophisticated two-part communication system. This is smart because it makes sure it doesn't waste all that energy reacting to false alarms, like a raindrop or a piece of leaf falling on it. It's looking for the very specific signature of living, struggling prey. So the first signal is electric. The insect struggling generates something called action potentials. And get this, these are the exact same kind of electrical impulses that travel through our own nerve cells. It's basically the plant's alarm system, a lightning-fast message shooting across the leaf that says, "Contact! We've got contact!" Okay, so once that electrical alarm goes off, the plant unleashes signal number 2, a flood of plant hormones called jasmonates. Now, in most plants, jasmonates are all about defense. They get released when the plant is being eaten, but the sundew has done something brilliant. It's repurposed this defense system into an offense system. This is the chemical command that says, "Attack." So, the commands have been sent, the attack order is given, and now the main event begins. But this isn't some violent, quick snap. Oh no. This is a slow, methodical, and totally inescapable embrace that happens on a timescale all its own. And this timeline just perfectly illustrates the plant's unique speed. The signal, that happens in milliseconds, but the actual physical response, that unfolds over minutes, even hours. First, the tentacles nearby start to curl in, pinning the prey down even more. Then the whole leaf blade begins its slow, deliberate curl, creating that outer stomach Darwin was talking about. It's all so methodical and just brutally efficient. So how in the world does a plant bend? It doesn't have muscles, right? Well, it uses a process called acid growth. I mean, it literally grows to wrap itself around its prey. Hormones tell the cells on one side of a tentacle to start pumping acid into their cell walls. This acid loosens up the walls, which lets them soak up water and swell. So as one side expands and the other stays the same, the whole tentacle is forced to curl, slowly but with a surprising amount of power. And this whole acid growth thing is a huge difference between the sundew and its more famous cousin, the Venus flytrap. The flytrap uses this rapid change in water pressure to get that dramatic snap. But the sundew's method, this slow growth, is just as effective for its sticky trap strategy. It's a methodical envelopment that saves energy and makes absolutely sure the prey can't get out of that glue. Okay, so the prey is trapped, it's enveloped, it's completely helpless. The slow embrace is finished. Now we get to the final act, the gruesome but absolutely essential payoff. So you gotta ask, why go through all this effort? Well, the answer is literally in the dirt beneath it. Sundews grow in places like bogs and sandy soils, which are incredibly poor in nutrients. We're talking almost no nitrogen or phosphorus. So they don't hunt for energy, like from calories. They hunt for the fundamental building blocks of life that other plants just suck up from the soil. They eat to survive where pretty much anything else would starve. And to get those nutrients, the sundew releases this powerful digestive cocktail. I mean, just look at this list. It has an enzyme for basically everything. Proteases dissolve the soft parts. Phosphatases and nucleases pull out that vital phosphorus. And incredibly, chitinases actually go to work on the insect's hard exoskeleton. Nothing, and I mean nothing, goes to waste. And just when you think it can't get any cooler, here's one final amazing little detail. The sundew has a partner in crime. There's the symbiotic fungus that lives right on its leaves, and it releases its own digestive enzymes, making the whole situation even more acidic. This little partnership actually speeds up digestion, making the plant an even more efficient hunter. It's like a tiny co-evolved digestive system living on the surface of a leaf. Just incredible. So, at the end of the day, the sundew just pulls back the curtain on this world of unexpected complexity. It shows us that plants can be active, calculating predators. And it really makes you wonder, if a plant can sense and signal and hunt with this much sophistication, all without a brain, what other incredible life stories are silently unfolding all around us, right under our noses?